Good morning, everybody. Just watching a little Halloween 4. My portable TV here, right behind the original Myers house. Alright. Gotta check out of here today. So, after my coffee and my breakfast, my little cleanup session, I got Halloween H2O on in there, and then Halloween 4 on it. Yeah. Not gonna be easy to leave this place. It's pretty incredible in every way, shape, and form. After we check out, I'm gonna head over to Sierra Madre Pioneer Cemetery, where Judith was buried. Oh yeah. And I miss you, Mikey. I'm sorry, Michael. Michael. Don't call him Mikey. So we're gonna head over to Sierra Madre, check out a few other Halloween locations. I wish Sierra Madre was here in town, so we're that much closer to those spots. But the cemetery, Michael's walk to the hospital, those are in Sierra Madre, so we'll go check that out after I've checked out from behind the Myers house. I miss this place. Next time I'm back in SoCal, I'm booking again. Private backyard coffee screening of Halloween 4, right behind the Myers house. Boogeyman, boogeyman, Jamie's uncle's the boogeyman. That was it. Final morning walkthrough. Got to enjoy an orange off of that tree. It was over here. It rolled over here. I did not pick off of the Elrod's tree. Dog says those are my oranges. Michael hid behind this garage. It's okay, buddy. I'll see you down the line, buddy. Stay healthy. Shot him 6 times. He's still at large. Shot him 6 times. Can't have gotten very far. Gonna miss it. I'll be back. I'll be back one day. Gonna go get some breakfast at La Monarca. Take a very quick walk by the Strode house if I got some time. This walk for the last time for a little while. You're not supposed to go up there. That's the spook house. Wish I had you all along. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. And now all they stole was a mask, a rope, and a couple knives. What do you think it was? Probably kids.
Into the hardware store, probably kids.
Another stroll by the Strode House and the Haddonfield watering trough. South Pasadena watering trough. So Annie and Lori come up here before talking to Brackett. My final looks before we head to Sierra Madre. 1906. South Pasadena watering trough. Eat my burrito while I go over to the Strode House real quick. Take a final look over there. We're packing it up and shipping it out over to Sierra Madre for the day. Hey buddy, just to let you know, I got a breakfast burrito from La Monarca, so I'm gonna be a while. Mind waiting somewhere else, let me pass this beast in peace. Good breakfast burrito. Could use a little ketchup, but it's got a good spice, home fries, bacon, egg. Mustafa Akkad memorial bench here, known to the world as the godfather of the Halloween film series. Your legacy lives on. And on and on and on. Just taking this in before I jet off. Well, we're not jetting yet. Where we drive off. Breakfast at Laurie Strode's. I come over here, take a few final looks. I miss these two homes over here. Till next time. I could have brought one of those pumpkins from the sugar mint. There's like dozens of pumpkins. I could have brought one over to the pedestal. Not something I've not reenacted many, many times. Oh, Lori's garage is open. Never seen into that garage before. Neat. Neat. Hey there, Jamie Lee Curtis. John Carpenter right there, who's directing. my final glimpses of the legendary Halloween trees one last time. Okay. Man, it's been a slice. Time to push on towards Sierra Madre. Halloween 1978 cemetery. Here we come. Final shots, for the time being, of the Myers house. As I check out, what a time it's been. Can't even put it into words. Okay. Gotta get my stuff put together back here. Get my teeth brushed. We'll move on. Hard as it is. Hardest place to leave on planet Earth. I think it's hard to leave Las Vegas. Gotta say good morning to Bobby Torcolino. I'm just kidding. It's Michael, pretending he's Bob. Mother's Day. That's a freaky film. Look at this. A master of suspense. Cool. Last time being back here for a while, Michael. I've had my time, and now my time has come. Far and away the coolest experience I've ever had. It's all over but the crying. Okay, here we are in Sierra Madre. We've made it over to another part of Haddonfield. This is where Loomis and the caretaker pulled up. It's good to be back. It really is good to be back. Gorgeous views of the mountains from Sierra Madre. I love it. Another one of my favorite places, next to South Pasadena. Even on a slightly overcast day, still beautiful. So yeah, Loomis and the caretaker pull up over here. They head through this section of the cemetery over to where Judith's plot would have been. The caretaker's telling that story. You know, every town like this has something happen. 1819. Judith Myers.
They'd do anything for Halloween.
No gravestone. Just my baggage. Why do they do it? Michael took the stone. Right by the infamous Sinclair stone right over here. Now, I did a full tour of this cemetery once upon a time, and I got a comment on there explaining exactly who this Sinclair person was. Because this was screen used, this stone, as well as this tough stone, in Halloween 1978. But for so many years, nobody knew who this Sinclair person was. They just thought that this stone was made famous through Halloween 1978. But I got a comment on that video, and I'm going to read it, explaining who that was.
1819.
So, reading this comment that I got on my other video, we got a little history lesson. The Sinclair Monument is for the family plot of John and Minnesota Sinclair. They had moved to Sierra Madre from Sibley, Iowa. Less than a year earlier, they were living on Laurel Avenue, just a few blocks from the cemetery. John and Minnesota were both Masons under the Order of the Eastern Star, and he was a member of the Secret Society of Knights. On Wednesday, December 28th, they had been visiting friends in Long Beach. The next evening, while sitting at home, Minnesota had a severe stroke at the age of 52 and died the next evening. She was interred at Sierra Madre Cemetery here on December 31st. John, a native of Scotland, became a U.S. citizen at the age of 25. He came to Sierra Madre a few months in advance of his wife and invested in a number of local properties. Being the age of 78 at the time of her death, he was considerably older than his wife. He was in declining health after Minnesota died. On July 4th, 2011, he had some heart congestion. It wasn't thought to be serious, but the next morning, the local doctor called for a doctor from Pasadena to check in on John. He died half an hour later. He was interred here on July 12th, 1911. To the memory of John Sinclair. And now the world knows his final resting place, because it was used in Halloween 1978, 47 years ago. And here's where Judith's imaginary plot would have been, when Michael had taken the gravestone. Behind Loomis, when he utters that line, "He came home." You'll notice this flat piece of concrete over here with these two plots as well. This is right behind Loomis. Belongs to Carl P. Gross. Died in 1971. And this person here is very hard to read. Margaret Gross. Okay, Margaret Gross. 1957. So these were here on this slab of concrete in 1978. Yeah. Had to come back. Feel it'd be a good branch off. Make it a little bit easier to leave my dwelling behind the Myers house. After nearly a week, soften the blow a bit by coming to another portion of Haddonfield. This stone too, seen in the 78 film. And that's the story on John Sinclair. So thank you to whoever made that comment on my video. It's an important history lesson. Live and learn. And this is about the angle you get right here. They're sitting here looking at Judith's now empty plot. He came home. You get that behind Loomis.
Judith Myers.
Very cool. It's a very nice cemetery. It's not big. Very easy to find the Halloween location here in Sierra Madre Pioneer Cemetery. There's rarely ever anybody else here when I'm here. Always put my baggage right there, where Judith's plot would have been. I'm gonna move me and my baggage up the way, and we're gonna finish off this video over at Kirsten Court, where there's a couple of other Halloween 2 locations from the night he came home, including where Michael is walking to Haddonfield Memorial after running into Boombox Boy. And we'll probably go around the corner to Montecito and check out Alice's house. She was supposed to be the neighbor to the left of the Elrods. But not really. Movie magic. It's like deja vu being back. Last couple trips I took out here to Southern California, I did not come to this cemetery. It closes really early, so if you want to make it over here, come early in the day. Got a piece of this stone missing. Look at this tree. This is the pregnant slingshot tree. Look at it. Resembles a Dennis the Menace slingshot. And it's pregnant. Knocked up slingshot tree. Taking a quick roam around. We head over to Kirsten Court. We'll swing by, catch a quick glimpse of the church from the fog, which I've covered many, many times. The Episcopal Church of the Ascension. Look at this plane here. Haddonfield Cemetery. That's pretty cool. This is an interesting stone over here as well. The Sherman stone. It's kind of like an egg. Like an egg stone. Some very cool finds in this cemetery. Haddonfield Cemetery. Alright. Well, this was totally awesome. Had to come back here. Doesn't feel like it's been as long as it's been, but it has. Okay. Gonna push over to Kirsten Court. One more look. The legendary Sinclair stone. Everything we see behind Loomis, including this tree. Slab of concrete, as I mentioned earlier. Right. A couple more locations in Sierra Madre to check out. Kirsten Court, let's go. Look at those homes, the side of those hills. It's majestic. Alright, before we push over to Kirsten Court, I wanted to show this real quick. Look at this. Coincidence. We're still on the subject of Halloween and horror. Pretty cool memorial right here. Look at that pumpkin. It's like an iron pumpkin. Very nice. I would like my final resting spot to look something like that. Gotta go over one of my favorite filming locations. Is right here. This is where Boombox Boy, played by Dick Warlock's son, runs into Dick Warlock playing the Shape. Too bad this vehicle is obstructing my view, but right here is the tree that Michael starts walking by on his way to Haddonfield Memorial. If this vehicle was not here, we would go straight through here. There's a table blocking the way as well, but there it is. This is where Michael walked on his way to Haddonfield Memorial. Pretty awesome. Never gets old to me. It's a Starbucks here now. This whole sidewalk utilized Halloween too. It goes right by the haunted Hotel Shirley. And this is where it said Haddonfield Memorial right there. Pretty awesome. Exact same pole. We're gonna head up the way to the Episcopal Church of the Ascension. No possible way of coming to this location without filming other people, so I go ahead and do so. Horror's Hollow Grounds right here. It's where Dick Warlock, playing Michael Myers, walked on his way to find his sister at the hospital. And I just can't get enough of this legendary tree. I only came out to this area right here in the film, so they built this section of the curb around it. This guy's pulling out, so we'll get a better shot here of the tree. Man, that's something else, that tree. I wish this was right in South Pasadena, near the Myers house and everything. You gotta come off the beaten path to get the other Haddonfield locations. Of course, this bell tower here, seen in Halloween 3, when he's got his beer and he makes a call from the payphone, which is right over here. It's where Michael begins his walk to the hospital. Epic. Epic. Straight over this curb, just like I showed earlier.
To Haddonfield Memorial Clinic.
Yeah, that's a very, very unique tree. Speaking of Halloween 3, as I said, he's got his beer and he makes the call right here outside of this ice cream store, which is actually where all the televisions were when the Lucky Shamrock commercials are playing. From the payphone, you see him then head over this way. You see the bell tower here. Right behind me, the Mother Moo Creamery. This is where all the televisions were in the window. 8 more days till Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. 8 more days till Halloween, Silver Shamrock.
Halloween, Silver Shamrock.
Which leads him over to Alice's driveway. This is where he walked up the driveway right here. Notice that circular thing still on the side of the house. The garage and the door there, everything's still the same. Very little, if anything at all, has changed at Alice's house. Michael would have just stood just beyond that little tree there as Alice called out to Mrs. Elrod. And she goes back in to continue her conversation on the phone, and Michael had crept in the front door. Same front door. Front steps are the same. You can actually see this X as part of the railing here on the porch through the door, as well as the mail slot on the door when Alice is looking at it from the living room. Very cool. That was a night scene. One of my favorite scenes in the Halloween franchise. Check out my full Halloween 2 film and locations video, as well as my 45th anniversary H45 tour. Every location, night and day, from Halloween 1 and 2, the entire night he came home. I always like to return here to Montecito. Look at Alice's house.
God.
Alright. Always a treat to stop by Alice's house from Halloween 2, 1981. Alright, beautiful palms here. Okay, let's head over to the church from the fog. It's just up north Baldwin. Just about a block or so that way. meets her demise right within that house. A little bonus. Another bonus historical slasher landmark. Not about slasher. Michael Myers, that's slasher. It's more of a zombie historical landmark. Designated as a historical landmark by the City of Sierra Madre Cultural Heritage Commission. That is this house right here from Return of the Living Dead Part 2. That's right. Bonus horror house. Unplanned stop here. Return of the Living Dead Part 2. I gotta get this movie. It's never available to stream anywhere. Not where I'm from anyway. You can always find the first one. But definitely going to watch this soon. For the first time in quite a long time. But I, of course, remember the house. Everybody remembers the house from the film. Return of the Living Dead Part 2. Filmed right here. Sierra Madre. Only half a block from the church, from the fog. So we're gonna end over there. Rather spooky house, given its history. Okay, let's push up the way to the church. Figured while we're here, actually, get a good side angle of the house. I think most of the shots you get in the film are pretty straight on. Just trip up the side of the house here to show you how big it is. Nice breeze coming down here too. What a fun trip. Not fun having to leave my lodging behind the Myers house. Such a beautiful, yet creepy, lengthy stay. But this is a good way to end it. Some other horror locations. Return of the Living Dead 2. TWO. Okay, yet another on the historical landmark front, designated as a historical landmark by the City of Sierra Madre. The Episcopal Church of the Ascension, used in John Carpenter's The Fog. I've been here many times. Usually have no problem getting in here. I've shown the inside last couple times I was here. See where they pulled up here, right in front of the church. That whole area has been changed, as I've made note of many times before, but that's where they pull up in the fog. This church is eerie. I like to always step into the back courtyard here. Might inquire about going in. There's the memorial garden back here. Founded in 1885. Here we are. Here we are inside the Episcopal Church of the Ascension, used in John Carpenter's The Fog. There's the podium right here. You see that bench right there in the film. Lady was kind enough to let me in for a few minutes. There you go. There's where they were coming down the aisle right here. fog. Crazy to be here. Don't get the opportunity too often, so there you go. There you go, all the pews, everything, just like they were in the movie. Love it. The fog.
Stole it from you.
I always like to do a good do-over of this church. That evil gargoyle. Top of that peak there. Ooh. Birds. Do this in remembrance of me. This is cool. This fountain here, which is not on. It's a cross. That was a lot of fun, and that's going to do it today. Ending here at the Episcopal Church of the Ascension from John Carpenter's The Fog. Please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. Ring the notification bell. That'll let you know when a new episode goes up. Never know what you may be missing here on the Mr. Thrasha Show. Lots of horror locations today. All right, I got other places to be, so I'm cutting out. Thanks again, everybody. Go watch The Fog. Same teeny crosses on the peaks, as you see in the film The Fog. Be crazy. There's the official National Register of Historic Places plaque. This door is always locked. Been up in that tower before. Those teeny weeny stained glass windows. Oh, this part of the rock too. Wow. Very unique church architecture there.